Hey, hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, Made with Love. My name is Heather. Glad you. Just want to say thank you to everybody who subscribed to my channel last month. I also want to apologize for being a month since my last video. My last video I posted was on January 25th. That was a really stressful week. My grandma passed away January 22nd. Her funeral was January 29th. So my last video was posted right between all that. The last 5 weeks I've kind of just lost all motivation to do any crafting. My grandma's just really hit me hard. My grandpa passed away 19 years ago. And so with her passing away, it just kind of brought up everything from my grandpa. And then like a year ago, one of my mom's sisters and my aunt had passed away. So it's just been a really tough 5 weeks. But I'm trying. So if I can get through this video and get this posted. I know I was talking about doing all my gnomes for Valentine's. I bought all the supplies to make them. And I just not in the right mindset to get it done. But today I'm making banana muffins, so we'll be going into the kitchen in just a few minutes and I'll be showing you my 3-ingredient banana muffins. So it's just bananas, oats, and vanilla extract. So I'll see you in the kitchen in just a few minutes. Okay, now I'm back in my kitchen. I'm going to use my stand mixer that my husband got me for Christmas. This will be the second time I've used it for our anniversary. My husband bought me some new attachments for it. So I got the mixer with the silicone spatula and the glass mixing bowls all attached. So the basic recipe for this muffins are 4 ripe bananas, obviously mashed, 3 cups of your oats, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. My kids asked for bananas like a week ago, so I bought bananas and they didn't touch any. So mashed them up this morning, so I've actually got like 12 or 13 bananas. So I'm going to be making like a bigger batch, so I think about 3 or 4 times the amount of oats that I would normally use, because I normally do like 4 bananas to 3 cups of oats. But I also like to make mine more banana-y, I guess. That's actually a word, I'm not sure. Just gotta reach over and grab this is my spatula, so I can just pour all the banana into here. Just 1 second and I will just turn the camera down in just a second so you can see. Camera down. Sorry, just hope it doesn't tip off this tripod. Okay. So there's my, there'll be about 12 bananas. So here's my oats. So I said for every 4 bananas, you need 3 cups of oats. So I'm gonna use 3, 6, 9, 12. Yeah, I'm gonna use 12 cups. Well, I think I'll start with 10 cups of oats, just to know where it is, because some of the bananas, these aren't the large ones, these were some of the smaller bananas. So I'm gonna do, so there's 4 cups. I'm just gonna start mixing this in. It's hard to see the control panel upside down. Already starting to look really good. That's just that's the bananas and 4 cups of oats. And I'm just gonna stop this. I'm gonna add another 4 cups of oats. So I usually double the amount of bananas that I make in my banana muffins. I like them extra moist. KitchenAid actually came with the little plate, what's it called, the little cover thing here, so nothing's supposed to spill over, but I couldn't quite figure out how to clip it onto this bowl, so it came with the other bowl, so I just have to play around with this. Like I said, I got the KitchenAid mixer for Christmas, and this is my second time of using it, so. Now let's just, I'm just going to stop this again for a quick minute. I'm just going to see. Oh, yeah, see, that's not thick enough for muffins, so it definitely does need more oats. So I'm going to add 2 more cups in. And that should be good. And for vanilla extract, I usually use the cap as my measuring, so I'm going to put about, I really like to use a lot of vanilla, so I'm going to put in 5 capfuls for this amount of banana and oats. And you can add anything else you'd like to add. Like if I had chocolate chips, I would add like half a cup to a cup of chocolate chips to this. You can add other berries. I just don't have any fresh berries. I've got lots of frozen berries, but I don't have any fresh berries to add to this right now. My frozen berries are in the big deep freeze, so they are really frozen. If I was going to be adding into fruit like that, if I knew they were frozen, I would have brought them out and had some defrosting, like maybe half hour or so ago, just so they kind of get just in the fridge, just so they're kind of not quite so frozen. I do find it does. I have baked with the frozen fruit straight from the freezer, and it does kind of wreck the texture of the baking sometimes. I'm going to stir these oats in here. Oops. I'm turning the wrong way because it's not facing me. Okay, let's see. This really is starting to look like muffins now. And they're very healthy muffins. So, you know, just a couple basic ingredients. So I think that's done. Don't think I need to add any more oats to that. That looks good. Now I'm gonna just set this aside. I'm just gonna grab my muffin pan. So I'm just gonna move this to the side. And my muffin pan I've got this one, which I don't know how clearly you can see. This is the back part of it, raised, and this is where you pour the mix in. So when you pour it out, you actually get them to look like a bunch of bananas. It's a really cute thing. I've had this pan probably like 9-10 years. I got it either at a secondhand store or a garage sale, which is a great place to buy. You know, when you want like unique pans, always check local thrift stores, always check garage sales or any online places that you for buying and selling. I use Kijiji. I know lots of people use the Facebook ones. I don't do Facebook, but I do love Kijiji and garage sales and all the thrift stores. So I probably paid like under $5 for this pan. Now it only makes 6 at a time, I'll make a couple pans like this, but because I'm making this many and it's with the oats, I don't know how well defined the shape is going to be. So I'm going to make some regular ones too, just to cut back on the time. I'm just going to pause for 1 second because I got to go. I forgot to hit start when I tried to preheat my oven, so it's not even preheating. And I got to grab my other muffin pans because I forgot to grab those out of the cupboard, so I will be right back. Okay, so now with my muffin pans, I've got some of these other ones, and they make the really thick, big, fat muffins. I'm not sure if I really want to make this size of muffins with this recipe. I like these more like as a chocolate cake kind of a muffin. Not so much of the oatmeal ones. I like to make just the regular size ones. So I've got my regular size pans. But I do have this pan. I sold this one I bought from Avon, actually when I sold Avon probably close to 10 years ago. And this is the one that has the little spikes in here, which is really fun to do. So you put your cupcake liner in, and then you've got this nice spike, and the spike is almost as high, maybe a little, I can't quite tell if yeah, I think it's almost as high as this, as the whole thing. It's got this little spike here, so if you want to put something in, like a piece of fruit, like I usually do the cherries or the strawberries, or candy. Now, I will say the first time I used this, 10 years ago, didn't know the difference. You know, being 30, you would think that I would have known this by then, you know, but I didn't know the difference between regular gummy bears and baking gummy bears. So I thought it'd be cute to make some cupcakes for one of my kids' classes, and we put real gummy bears on here, and instead of the baking gummy bears, so they just kind of like melted and disappeared, but they still tasted good, but just didn't know that. It's how you learn by mistakes. So I say this pen here is also really bugs my husband because it's got the spike, so it's always sitting at the top of all my muffin pans. So when you reach into the drawer to grab any cooking stuff, excuse me, you can actually cut your finger, or at least scratch your finger on the spikes. So I've got to figure out how to keep this, you know, like I used to keep it underneath everything upside down. Oh, excuse me. But I just find that lately, you know, I need the extra room. I don't have got a big kitchen, lots of cupboard space, but not enough for my baking. Not enough for all my baking pans. So I think I'm just going to make one pan with the bananas just to see how it works with this recipe. But I'm going to make all the rest just my regular muffin pans. So just let me go rinse these off, because I always, even when they come out of my cupboard, I've got cats and dogs, so I always, my kids do a lot of baking too, so I always rinse the baking off because I can see flour and stuff stuck inside this pan. So I'm just going to go quickly wash these, dry them, and I'll be right back, and then we will start actually. And we've got the mix already done, so then we will actually get them ready to go into the oven. So I'll be right back. Okay, so I've got my pans all now out and washed. Start with this one. I'm just gonna grab cooking spray. That's the one that was supposed to go in the garbage. Instead of going in the garbage, it went back in the pantry. Quick spray. I'm gonna just do, I want to try this one here first. I was curious about how this shape would hold up with this recipe. I'm just gonna loosely fill this in. Just do a nice scoop of this. Just kind of press it in. I can already tell, this one I've got too full. Tell it was pressing in, but I can tell pulling this out how thick it is. These are going to make some really good banana muffins. I don't think this is quite the right recipe to use for this muffin pan, but I like to, you know, experiment and see what works best, what doesn't work. And I have a special scoop that I use for when I'm filling muffin pans or in cupcakes. And it's kind of like almost like an ice cream scoop. There's this very specific one I have, and I couldn't find it, so I'm gonna see if the one for my rice cooker will work. I need to scoop this out. Oops, I gotta spray these first. Yeah, I think this rice scooper will work. It's actually for my rice cooker for when I'm making sticky rice. So it seems to be like the right shape and everything. Unplug that. Just gonna, how does this come off again? There. So again, this is just a very simple, basic oatmeal recipe. And some people call it vegan and some say it's gluten-free. Now, I don't know about oats because I know there's like, I have trouble with gluten and I used to love oatmeal, but lately I can't eat oatmeal. So I don't know, I just found there's some type of oats I can eat, so I don't know if this is gluten friendly. There's different ways that the oats are processed, but apparently this recipe is vegan, I guess. I don't really follow too many of those type of diets. You know, I know what I can and cannot eat. You know, I make food for a big family. You know, of course my family's getting a little smaller every few years. Where did I put this? This one here just too full, and this one here needs a little more. So I'm just gonna move it from the one over to the next one. There, I think that would be good. It's a little too full. There, a little more in this one. There, I think that looks good. Just gonna take a little out of that one. There. Just want to make sure they're kind of more or less even, so they cook faster and more evenly. Set that one aside. So I'm gonna grab my next pan here. My older two girls have now both moved out, so now just me, my husband, and two kids. I still find I still go through the same amount of groceries every month. You know, we still kind of, my food budget's the same, even though half the kids have moved out. So I don't know what to say. You know, I make food, you know, I still make large meals. Very little leftovers and very little food wasted at my house. And then of course I have my day home, so I make food, you know, for day home kids, and so I do make this type of stuff for them. I've had very few in the last like 8 years I've been doing my day home. I've only had like 2 kids who had food restrictions due to their religious beliefs, and I've had one with allergies, but it was just a peanut allergy. So I've always kept my day home kind of the same way the schools do it for like elementary kids, which is just, you know, peanut free. I'm peanut aware, but I try to be more peanut free just because I can't risk anything like that. But with my own problems I've had in the past few years with food that I've used to always eat that I couldn't eat. Gone through my own looking at food and what, you know, like what could be causing the different problems, you know, how to change the diet. So I will say I've kind of looked into the different things like vegetarian, vegan, everything like that. It's not for me. I like to eat. I've got a big family. I can't afford to do certain things. But there we go. So with this recipe, I made a total of 24. Oh, it's not 24. Yeah, it's 24 regular muffins and the 6 banana shaped ones. And I'm gonna go put these in my oven, and when they come out, I'll be right back. Okay, I put the muffins in the oven, but I think I forgot to say the temperature. I'm baking them at 350 degrees, but in my oven it's a convection, so I'm using the 350 convection bake setting. So they all should be ready in about 10 to 15 minutes. So when they come out of the oven, I'll come right back. Okay. Sorry, I went to reach for them, but I left my oven mitts way across by the oven. So see, yep, my muffins are done. Got them out of the oven. Yeah, they look like they did when I put them in. So this is a very simple, basic. Let me just turn the camera down. This is just a very simple, basic. Camera wants to tip over. Oops. Very simple, basic recipe. Sorry, my camera wants to fall over. It doesn't want to stay. The tripod wants to tip. So let's bend. No, that may not want to stay. Okay, so there's my one pan of muffins. I just dumped them out. They dumped out really easily because I sprayed the pan really good. And my tripod is tipping. It just wants to, okay, don't know what to do. Okay, just gonna have to put the camera like that for a second so I can just pause it because my tripod is crooked, so just 1 second. Sorry, my tripod was just very crooked. It wanted to totally just tip right over. So there's the one pan of muffins, and I've got my second pan of muffins here. I'm just gonna tip it out. Now, these ones that look really good. Now, I think these would really taste good if I had added honey to it too, but I do have another recipe. Oops, that one doesn't want to come out. Another recipe I really liked to make, and it's, I think it has honey in it and oats and bananas, and it takes yogurt. And that one I really like to make. I'll have to make that one next time I make my muffins. So we've got that pan of muffins. I've got my stacking. I've got my stacking cooling racks here, which I really like. I've got 6 of them. I wish I'd be able to buy more, but the place I got them closed out, so then I've got the one last pan. I'm really curious to see how these ones turned out. These were the ones I made in the banana muffin pan. So I don't know if you can see, but you can almost see the shape of the bunches of bananas in them. But I really like to make, this pan here, I really like to make using the chocolate banana recipe, because then you can really see the bunches of bananas. It looks really good. So there we go. There's I got 24 regular muffins, and then I got 6 of these cute little muffins. I made these with, this time I made, it was 12 or 13 bananas. Make up. It's like 12 or 13 bananas, 10 cups of oats, and 5 capfuls of the vanilla extract. So the actual recipe to make a single pan, which you'd probably make about 6 muffins with, it's 3 cups of oats, 4 bananas, and a teaspoon. Sorry, I keep getting those two mixed up depending on which recipes I'm making. So it's a teaspoon of vanilla. So I will have the full recipe linked in the description box below. Again, I want to say thank you to all my new subscribers and everybody who subscribed already. I hope everybody really enjoys watching my videos. I enjoy making them. I've got my next ones I said I was going to make, which I didn't quite get a chance to in the last few weeks. I will be making, today is Tuesday, March 2nd, so I plan on making my gnomes the Wednesday and Thursday. I really want to get my Valentine gnomes out there, so I'll be doing those in the next 2 days. And still have all those other videos that I had started, and they're just in the middle of whatever the editing and processing stuff. I've got like 6 videos I've done, so I'm just trying to get those out as well. Like one of them is my one I've done. It's my couches. I've got white linen couches in my formal living room. So I've got one of my videos is all my cleaning and upkeep of that. And my other videos were just other household tutorials, basic general information things. Don't think there's any other crafting ones yet. Like I said, I do want to get my Valentine gnomes in the next day or two. I moved some stuff off my counter, and now they're level with my puppy. She's trying to get into some things she's not supposed to get into. So, okay, so like I said, so I do want to get those videos up and posted. So in the next few days, I'm going to have like a lot of videos that are going to be posted. And just, hey, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.